You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon, see your inner eyes. You can run, but you can't hide. Try to get away, baby, you can't escape. When I got you in my sights, it's like checkmate. Cancer, Moon, got me feeling full of vibe. I'm emotional, but don't get it twisted. I will survive. But one thing is, you can run, but you can't hide, baby. You can run, but you can't hide, baby. Got these claws on you, yeah. There's no escape from the stinger and the claw. Don't even do it to yourself, baby. You can't hide and you can't run from the Scorpio stinger, baby. You can run, but you can't hide. When I got you in my sights, it's like checkmate. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. Now you can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun, yeah. One more time, because this is live. Now you can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, see the look in their eyes. Don't try to deny it. I know you see it. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon. We don't have to say nothing else. Let the chorus rock. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. Yes, 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 yes. We're going to be perfecting that freestyle every single time we come on here. Okay? Because I have a recorded version that I recorded, as you heard. The bars was hitting. It's something about this live thing. It kind of makes you forget your lyrics and whatever. But the one that I recorded off live that you're gonna hear in your in my intros, that baby was hitting yesterday. It was on yesterday too. So like, it's another Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon day. Some days are better than others for our freestyle, but I'll tell you what, on those days I'm good. I should have been recording myself for a long time. When you never know when that day is gonna hit, but when it hits, she be rocking. Yes, that's one of the great things about being a Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. You're just such an awesome person that it literally takes a lifetime right? So I often get different reactions from different people, but one reaction that I get from mostly everybody is they don't exactly know how to take a sister. Why? This is why. Because they see it. Let it run one more time. And I see you lurking. I be seeing you. I got eyes all behind my motherfucking head. That's a fact. I'm tapped all the way in. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Oh well. Let these days just keep going by. You're gonna see. Oh, you little slithering sons of guns. I got you on that one too. Yeah. I grab you right by your throat. Yeah, because whatever that scorpion don't get, that crab got you. Keep playing. Keep playing with the wrong one. Now, that has been a lifelong message. I don't even know why they play they damn selves. Because it's the same old song every time. You play with them other zodiacs or whatever, whoever else is on the wheel. You play with them. Be sure not to play with me. Now, you might be able to play with those other little Scorpios. Because maybe they don't have a Cancer moon. But I'll tell you, don't go figure it out. And that was set at 7-Eleven. I'll tell you now, out of everybody on that zodiac wheel, who you better not play with. Because see, you only got one life to live. You might could read from the rest of those 11 things on the wheel. But we all know you not recovering from that scorpion sting. Unless it may have lost its stinger, but to get caught in between those clamps hasn't exactly proven to be the smartest thing for mankind to do. Now, I can only speak for myself because there have been some other little rogue scorpions out there who need a leader and who haven't really figured themselves out. And it's just because they're not tapped in, obviously. Because there really is only one kind of Scorpio out there. Now, it's up to mankind what that Scorpio does once vexed. But one thing you can rest assured, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to repeat this. You can run, but you can't hide, baby. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. You can run, but you can't hide. That's a bar. That's a bar for y'all. If you've ever been in question about what to do, that's a bar. If you've ever been in question about who to play with, that's a bar. If you've ever had any questions about anything that has to do with coming around in a circle, one thing you better know is you better know who you playing with on this planet. You better know who you playing with out here. Now, some may say, oh, we're so tired of hearing the Scorpions talk about how great they are, how big and bad they are. Well, okay. Let's just go down the zodiac wheel. And let's just start at my next door neighbor here, Sagittarius. Let's just start there. Well, that's a fire sign. Burn everything to sunder. Don't even try it. Well, that might be true for the rest of you out there. But one thing you're not going to do, Mr. Fire, Mrs. Fire out there, you're definitely not going to play with this deep water. Because no matter how much I have to consume to put that fire out, you can best believe it's going out. So I try to let my fellow fire signs out there live, but some of you are suicidal. Now, you might be able to burn up everyone else out there, but what you won't do is burn me up. You know why? Let me put you in on a little secret. This Scorpio Sun, number 1, Cancer Moon, number 2, is also on the cusp. And I have many attributes of the fire sign too. So when you come with your big roaring flames, I may tap in my flames, become part of your flame, and then consume you altogether. But one thing I can rest assured, I might not know exactly how it's gonna happen, but one thing I do know, it's definitely going to happen. And there's one thing that you should know. Hit it, y'all. I haven't met one yet that could. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. Oh, don't do that slip slide, because I'm coming for you with my claws, and they're gonna be going like this. And the tail's gonna be. And at that very precise moment, I'm going to your ass. So, I done told you, can't hide. I'm gonna let you see the scorpion. See it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? I know. Y'all might be tired of hearing that. But honey, it's gonna be like a tune that pops in your head every morning when you wake up. Because it's one thing for certain. We're in trying times. And there's a lot that's got to come down the pike. And there's not that much time. Do you understand? Well, if you don't, you shall learn. Because one thing is super true, and there's two things for certain. What is it, gang? You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run from them, but you can't hide. Oh, not from me, Jack. Not even in the nighttime. Not even when the lights is off. Not even in the darkness. Watch yourself. Because in these days coming around and starting right fucking now, there's one thing you can do. And there's only one thing you can do. What is that? Exactly. Now, I want you to take another look. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. No matter where you go, I'm gonna find you. Don't care if it's to the other side of the earth. If you play around, I'm gonna get down. You understand? So, and one of the things that we do the best is get low, 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 low. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. Oh, you can try to slide, but you ain't gonna go nowhere. I might let you get all the way down the road and then cut you off. That's one thing for certain. So, my fellow people out there, what have you learned today? Let me see. Did you learn the lesson at all? I can guarantee you haven't. I can guarantee. So, let's skip on. Let's keep skedaddling down the zodiac wheel, and we have next. Oh, our stubborn friends, the Capricorns. Well, need I say more? Because while they're looking up and standing in the Goat-headed stance on the mountain. I have crawled up your leg and stung your eye out. So we're just going to keep on going. Who's next? Um, let's see. Who's February? Who can even remember? Don't even worry about it. Only thing they need to remember in February is I'm not going to put it on again, but you already know. And let's move on into March because that's Pisces season. My fellow friends, I actually love them, and we tend to let each other live. You know why? Because we don't really have no beef, because we sort of agree on mostly everything. Why? Because deep fixed water. We're there. We're there. We're here. You know, we may be swimming, but we're swimming in sync most of the time. You understand? And if not, we are very intelligent. We can very well philosophize our way into an understanding, which is less than I could say for a lot of the rest of you on the wheel. Now, who's next? My Aries friends. Well, of course, they're my friends because we're fellow Martians. And so we tend to see things correctly. And we also don't like no for an answer equally together, except they will burn things asunder to let it be known they're not kidding. I Now the Scorpio will sting you to death if you don't comply, or if you act unloyal, or if you're a bozo. If you're on your bozo shit, we don't like that at all. So you may suffer in early lifespan with that bozo-ness. So one thing we don't like is pure ignorance. And we definitely don't like to see it from any signs who claim they are exalted, claim they are wise and smart and all this other shit. Why don't you use it when it's necessary? That would be my question for you all. Now, yeah, and also some of my very fondest people in the world were Capricorns and Aries. Now, I used to think, um, yeah, well, let's come back to that because we're talking about everybody else on the zodiac wheel, and some of you, let's just say, y'all got a lot to learn out there, but I definitely vibe with my Pisces people out there, my Leos. I get down with the Leos. Us together, we could take over the world. Uh, Also, I have my middle name by the most favorite is Leo. It's my grandmother right there. This one. She looks like a lion. You can see it. And that's another thing. Most Leos, you can see the lion in them. I have a Leo son. He looks every bit of a lion. And whew, they got some tempers on them. Like we can definitely go to war together. With my Leos, real heavy, especially on the battlefield. They can be on my army anytime. But everybody can't go on in my army. Not everybody on the wheel. Cause some of you is straight like that. And you're going to let them run and you're going to let them hide. I could see it now. So I kid you not. My military, top of the line on the planet. Top of the line on the planet. Telling you that right now. Top of the line on the planet. Yeah, you definitely want to go to war with a Scorp and be on the same side as the Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. Because we're going to know when they're going to strike, how they're going to strike, and we're going to be right there when they strike. Because in our army, you already know the theme song. Like, do I really have to go there again? I can't wait for my Zodiac deck to get here. But, I mean, let's just personalities. Geminis. I don't really fucks with Geminis like that. Because y'all too subsistent. And it's one thing the Scorpion doesn't like. It's wishy-washy. We're like, oh no. Find what direction you gonna be in and stay there, okay? And then make a swift announcement when you get ready. Change directions. Because you could lose your life like that by just switching up. It just is the way it goes. So y'all Geminis, y'all going on somewhere and y'all going to work on that. Okay? Because it's too much. And let's see, who else? Because what needs to be said and things that need to be changed on the planet, well, for anything, let's just say the overall Scorpios. We know that the rest of you all out there, most of you are kidding about wanting real change. That is number one. We're going to put this on a world scale and we're going to break all of you suckers down. Why it's taking so long for us to be on the 23rd dimension already. Who's holding us back? Of course, they are. Libras. You all seem to think that you've got the law in your hands, but you're not exactly able to render and execute your sentences properly. So, quickly and easily, you will be dusted off the playing field. You will be dusted off the battlefield very quickly. Because Lady Justice knows nothing but truth. And I wonder if something, just because something is true, does that mean it's fair and just? No, absolutely not. But we, I mean Scorpions, especially those with the Cancer Moon, we're going to put ourselves a little bit up here because we're so Christian. Like, I know my fellow Scorpions, we can relate, but only to a certain extent. Because unless you are double Christian like me, like if you're like double shelled, you are like two different species in one class. So you've got all the great aspects of them both, except for a lot of times the crab, they end up people food. So they're actually more hunted down than the scorpion. No one wants to see us on their dinner plate, nor do they want to come find us. Now, you put a scorpion and a crab together, you've got one war that's going to be hard as hell for you to win. Claws and stingers and biting little things everywhere. And let's face it, we've come to not ask, not request, not in any way humbly. We didn't come to ask and be humble down here. Not the scorpions with the Cancer moons. See, we are spiritual people, so highly spiritual that our inner intuition and our inner innate emotions are very similar to when it's the correct situation. You're very close to, in a female, meeting the goddess herself. And if I was a guy, I'd be the closest thing you'd be meeting on this planet to God himself. Why? Because we don't ask you to follow our doctrine. We don't plead. We give man free will to do as thou pleaseth, and to do what thou wilt on your own, upon your own wisdom, relying on your own everything, your own knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, let's just say. And we sit back. We already know this scenario because we've seen it ahead. Therefore, our biological imperative is always to live and survive by any means necessary. Yeah, you see the scorpion, how it rolls? It's a no nonsense insectoid, they call it. And the crab, of course, nothing to play with. You could lose a finger, nose, eye, whatever it seems to clamp. It has no compassion when it's trying to live. You didn't have any compassion for it. Compassion is out of the window now. Similar to the person that is born under the sign Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. And guess what? The day I was born, Venus was in Scorpio, Jupiter was in Scorpio. One more planet was in Scorpio on my natal chart. Let me just check it. Let me just check you out here. Because it was a lot going on that day. An absolute lot was going on that day. Let me just check out my natal chart. I have the beautifulest little granddaughter. She's an Aries sun, Scorpio moon. My other granddaughter, born on Halloween. Need I say more? I am the Scorpion goddess. Firstborn Scorpion. I am like the goddess Saket, her firstborn Scorpion king. I am like that as well. So super awesome. But here we are. This is who you're playing with. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, but my ascendant is Sagittarius. Gives it new meaning, doesn't it? Just know exactly. Yeah. Let's just put it like I'm something else. Just put it like that. All right? Let's listen to this line up here. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer, Ascendant Sagittarius. Venus in Scorpio. And guess what? My Mars is in Libra. Don't tell me I didn't come here to render humanity the way they should go. Don't tell me I didn't come here to set the captives free and set fire water on the ass that tries to stop me. Because you see where my love planet is at. Do you see where my love planet is? My Venus is in Scorpio. Tell me how much love I got for you and what type it is. Come around here with that crooked crap if you wanna. This is not the place for the crooked crap. For the spiritual wickedness in high places. Oh, I may have just been sent here just for you. Because, see, I'm a November Scorpio. and my numbers equal 9. All I can say, if I told you I was a goddess from the ancients for such a time as this, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm not gonna say it. All I know is that's all I know. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, seeing in her eyes. Got the nerve to be ascendant Sagittarius with that fire side. Now, what you gonna do? Where you gonna run? Who you gonna call? What they gonna say? They gonna be trying to save their own life anyway. Okay? So don't even try it. You be hurting yourself. No way you can. No way at all. Looks like you have a problem, Hamilton. You felt my power when we locked eyes. That's a fact, Jack. So yeah, shout out to all the Scorpios out there. Shout out to the Cancer Moon ones, born under the Cancer Moon. Shout out to the Venus and Scorpios. And guess what? I have a Mercury in Sagittarius as well. Whatever I don't completely drown, I will burn to sunder. Jupiter. That one's in Scorpio too. Incredible. But it's pretty much a no-win. I'm not going to tell you the rest. You can't let everybody, know everything. But I tell you one thing. You can run, but you can't hide. And then I got a couple of other planets that got Aquarius. So I'm so water and fire with my Mars in Libra. So, yeah, I am Lady Liberty with the scales. Now, you can either be a great human, live your life, do what you have to do, and don't harm others. Because once you harm others, then I've got every permission to Scorpio Cancer Moon that ass. And guess what? I'm an ordained minister on paper. I really care about spirituality. And I understand freedom and liberty on this plane of existence. And so, let's just say we're at war. And let's just clean that up. You're at war. The goddess is just here. She has just appeared to clean house, so to speak. And just because I am a goddess, do not think that I've come to make every man suffer. No, no, no. But some of you must, just as some of you ladies. I'm afraid a lot of you ladies, you get spared because you have the babies. But the nanny goddess, I'll take care of them spiritually. I'm still going to set fire to your ass, though. Them babies are not going to be able to save you anymore. Men, nothing out there can save you anyways, except for yourself. By figuring out what you're going to do with your Ebe, which is your heart, which way your heart space is going to lead you. That will determine your destiny. Because see, apparently, someone told you that you were put here to direct woman, which I'm not understanding that because a woman gave birth to you. So that means she's gotten to be very far off track if she needs you, her child, to put her back in homeostasis, to get her back to where she should be in the mindset on the planet. Oh, yes, ladies. I'm afraid a lot of the isfet, which is wickedness that's being done on the planet, a lot of it has to do with you. But I also believe after you become of age to be an adult, start taking responsibility for what you do. It is no longer your mother or your father's fault. You're a grown person. See, a lot of people, they will not tell you that. You cannot blame your actions, good or bad, on anyone except yourself, right? But there is such thing as a trigger. Those we understand, but they don't get you out of, they don't get you a pass. But what it will get you is some chastisement. And it seems a lot of you, you might have physical parents, but you can tell you haven't had any spiritual parents. Some of you had great earthly parents, but you didn't have no spiritual parents because you're very immature spiritually. And now you're a grown person and you want to blame your immaturity on your parents. It's not their fault. You're a grown person, so you're going to have to pay for your own mistakes. Oh, yeah, there was one. It just came and it had to hurry and scurry up out of here because number one, there's no bullshit that goes on around here. Not on this channel. I guess whoever that was didn't hear the theme song. They just tried to run and hide. Don't worry, they're got. The Scorpio intensity, it's hard to disguise that. But don't get it twisted. I'm very tender also, very feminine. But don't get it twisted. Because when the raft of me comes, you would swear some man is whooping your ass real good. No explanations. It is what it is. If I have to catch you while you're running, I must stop you. Because if you're scurrying and scuffling and doing all kind of craziness, that would be on you. Because I already told you. You should already know. You didn't get the memo. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. See it in her eyes. See it in her eyes. See it in her eyes. You know you felt the power as soon as we locked eyes anyway. You see it in her eyes. And if you can't see it in her eyes, look on top of her head. Don't you see the scorpion? Not with these two eyes. Look with that eye. You see it now? Yeah. So, you know, it's like they want to escape, but they should already know. Well, this concludes our little talk for the day. Hopefully, I said something that will benefit you in some sort of way. Like, do good, be good, follow rules of humanity, and if you do this, then my swift sting that is precise, in which pierces the hearts of those who conspire against the goddess in darkness. I command the shadows that they dwell in to consume them, leaving no trace for malice. Because one thing we all know is you can run, but you can't hide. To those that causing great atrocities, say your goodbyes. Because soon you'll be leaving. By either hook or crook. Either way, you got to go. Back up. Your time is up. Let's leave you with this right quick. Knight of Cups, which is the card. The Knight of Cups speaks of moodiness, fantasy, and temperamental behavior. It represents the pendulum swings of our emotional lives and their inherent creative power, as well as their danger. On the positive side, the card speaks of a profound sensitivity, creativity, and self-reflection. On the negative side, however, this card warns of self-indulgence and mood swings, from depression to a high and back again. During these times, it is very difficult to gain perspective on our problems and virtually impossible to find solutions for them. The key to dealing with the power, which this card represents, is to channel and harness it so that it does not get out of hand. So yes, Knight of Cups symbolizes emotions. The emotions of a Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon. And on that note, I'm out, family. Remember, do the right thing, because you can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon, see it in her eyes. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.